Hello and welcome. In this video, I've prepared a small question about arithmetic number pattern, and I think this might be maybe a relatively easier question compared to many other videos that we've done in this playlist. But I wanted us to look at this just so we can have a concept of working with uh, of creating equations from the given. Okay, so let's read the question here. An arithmetic number pattern, Tn equals to a plus n minus 1d, which we know, of course, that's arithmetic, has its 23rd term equal to 91, and we also told the 34th term equal to 135. Okay, two pieces of given information there. And the question is, determine the values of a and d. Show all your calculations. Okay, so this would require, of course, just before I start solving this, I do recommend you pause the video and try and do it yourself. So this would require your understanding of the arithmetic number pattern. So we know for sure for the arithmetic number pattern, the first term is actually a. And if you wanted to go to the next term, you'd have to go, the next term, which would be T2, you would have to add the difference. So add D. And if you wanted to go to T3, you'd have to add D again, making this 2D. And if you add again, if you go to the fourth term, you'd have to add D again, and you've got this. And if you can predict this as you look at it, you'd see if you're looking for the third term, it's usually one less multiply of D that you add. So you can kind of see that if somebody said T80, that would easily be A plus 79D. And that's important to just always keep in mind, these pattern that emerges when you're dealing with arithmetic sequences. That's important to keep in mind. So um, just keeping that in mind, we can now look at the given information here, and we can see from that we can say this is T23 uh, is equal to 91. But T23 is the same thing as A plus 22D equal to 91. And that gives us our first equation. And we can use that other part to create the second equation, which is T34 equals to 135. And that would mean that A plus 33D equals to 135. Okay, that's also just using the same information, and we've created now this second equation. Now, when these two equations are now available to us, obviously we can now solve them simultaneously, and these are really simple equations because they are all linear equations. So you may even use just elimination on this, where you can easily just eliminate A if you just take equation 2 minus equation 1, for example, because then it would be A minus A, and then 33D minus 22D, that would be 11D, that's equal to 135 minus 91, which is 44, and you can divide both sides by 11, giving you that D is equal to 4. So very simply, you already now have D, and you just need A, which you can substitute into either one of the two equations. So I will choose equation 1, and I'll just go A, therefore A is equal to 91 minus 22D, but I'll put 4 in the place of D, allowing me to say A is equal to 3. That answers the question. I got A and D. That's what the question asked. Determine the values of A and D. So the idea here again is, if you've got these things, you just have to remember The 23rd term is the same thing as just A plus 22D. If you remember that, you're good to go. Yeah, so, and obviously the 34th term would be A plus 33D. And you are able to create two equations there, which are very simple to solve, and you can find A and D for this particular number pattern. Um, so, thank you very much for watching this. I'll see you in the next one.